This video is titled Career Ready Placements, Disclosing Your Disability. You will first hear from Scott Lang, the Associate Director of Student Wellbeing.
Disclosure is giving the information that you care to share to your workplace about your disability and how that might impact your work there. A disclosure can occur at the recruitment stage, once you've started your placement, or at any point in time that you feel comfortable sharing that information.
Next is Tim Roberts, the Senior Manager of Student Accessibility and Support from the University of Newcastle.
There are some things when preparing for career ready placements that they may want to consider around disclosure, but it is very much their choice. It helps the employer understand what they're bringing to the role. It helps them have clearer guidelines about how they might do the role around those adjustments. And I guess it can clear up any kind of misunderstanding in case there's an exacerbation of a condition whilst they're in the workplace.
Now you will hear a personal story from Adele, a student at the University of Newcastle currently studying Master of Laws, Bachelor of Laws, Honours and a Diploma of Legal Practice.
So I have disclosed before to someone and they have treated me differently. There's going to be negative reactions to some things and there's going to be positive reactions to others. In my second placement, I disclosed that I do have autism, and he said, if anyone tries to stop you or they have a problem with it, they can come and talk to me. And I was very happy with that support.
Next, you will hear from David Meir, the National Manager of Talent and Attraction at Life Without Barriers, a non-profit organisation.
We prefer information sharing. Disclosure suggests that someone has something to hide, and that's not what we want to encourage. We really want to think about what is the organisation doing to enable a person to thrive in their workplace.
Another student, Katrina, who is studying a Bachelor of Biomedical Science and is also a specialist peer mentor, will speak next.
If a student chooses to disclose, it can open more communication with the placement supervisor as to what support services they would require at the beginning of their placement. It can also then open further conversations to how often are we going to sit and discuss my need for adjustments within the workplace, because they're ever evolving. It's not just, you may start with one thing and then realise a few weeks in that you need something else or you don't really need it at all.
Katie Lambert, an accessibility advisor from the University of Newcastle, will speak now.
Generally, when we're organising a placement meeting with a course coordinator, I talk to a student about having a disclosure story prepared, so what they feel comfortable sharing with their course coordinator, because they may not feel comfortable sharing their diagnosis with them. They might just feel more comfortable sharing the impact and what adjustments they might need. Having that preparation of what they would like to share and what they would like to keep private can be really helpful.
Tim Roberts will speak again next.
The most positive scenario would be that a student has that conversation, and an employer hears that, understands that and makes those adjustments.
And lastly, you will hear from Callum, a student at the University of Newcastle studying a Bachelor of Environmental Science and Management.
Having gone through the experience of placement and disclosing my disability in a workplace for the first time, I'm definitely more confident for the future and less stressed about applying for graduate roles.